Hi, this is Lauren, and we're going to look at assigning badges and creating badges in Edmodo. Badges are a great way to motivate your students and to give them a little pat on the back along the way. You can either create your own badges or you can find badges that other teachers have created. We're going to start with creating your own badge. So to create a badge, we're going to come up here to the top of our screen to the little heart monitor looking icon here, and that's our progress tab. So we're going to click this button, and then I'm going to click on my student badges. When you do that, you'll see all of the badges that you've created, and if you scroll down, you'll see some badges that Edmodo has preloaded for you to use. Notice too that you have these different moving images, so you're not just restricted to photographs or clip art. You can also use what are called GIF images, .gif, which are moving images. So to add a new one, I'm going to click the plus sign at the top of the page, add a new badge, and I'm going to give it a title IT, because this badge is going to be for students who are really tech savvy and who are willing to help their teacher and students with tech. So I'm also going to give it a description, and we've got a little Twitter limit here, only 140 characters. So I'm going to say, great job helping your teacher and classmates with technology. And then I'm going to upload an image. Well, to upload an image has already got to be saved to my computer. So let's actually go out to Google and let's find a good image to fit this badge. Now the classroom that I'm working with has iPads, so I'm going to search for iPad, for an image of an iPad. So on my Google search, I'm going to click images, and something new that Google has added is this search tools feature. When I click search tools, I get some more specific things that I want to use to kind of curate the results. And one thing that we really want our students to be mindful of is copyright. And so if I click here under usage right, I can filter my search by these different licenses. I want only images that have been labeled for reuse, meaning that whoever created the image is allowing someone else to take it and reuse it. So that's going to filter my searches. And so here are all the images that have permission to be reused. And I'm just going to, a plain old iPad is good enough for me. So I can right click on this image and click Save As. I'm going to save it to my downloads, and I'm just going to save it as iPad. Then I'm going to come back to my Edmodo page, and I'm going to go ahead and click Upload Image. I'm going to search in my downloads for iPad. There it is. I'm going to open it up, and while that's processing, let's look at this right here. Share this badge with other teachers. I told you that you can actually look at other teachers' profiles and use badges that they have created. So by checking this box right here, you are giving other teachers access or permission to use badges that you've created. I'm all about sharing is caring, excuse me, so I always share my badges, and then I'm going to click Create. And so I actually got it twice. So here's the badge that I just created. It shows up here in my list. So that's as easy as it is to create badges. Let's look at assigning badges. And there's two different ways that you can assign badges. You can assign them through the Progress tab to a whole class or individual students, or you can add them to individual students through their profiles. Let's look at adding them through the Progress tab first. So I'm going to click Progress, and then I'm going to click the class that I want to add the badges to. And when I do that, the Progress tab is where your gradebook is located, which we're going to talk about in another tutorial. I want to click on the badges, and you can see I've already added this Woohoo badge, which is Elmo, and so now that that's added, I can just go in and I can click the students that I want to add it to. I can click the whole class or just a few students. Let's add that IT badge, because hopefully by the end of the year all of my students will be able to troubleshoot with technology and help each other. So I'm going to click Add a Badge to this group. I'm going to click the badge that I want to add, and then click the blue button at the bottom, Add Badge to this group. And it's going to add it into the next column. And so as my students, let's say Bob the Builder, always willing to help, is the first student to earn that, so I just click in the box beside his name that's underneath the badge that I want to assign, and it's assigned. So that's how you can add it to a whole group or individual students. Let's go back home, and let's look at adding badges to individual students. I have a lot of groups that I'm a member of, and it's really tedious sometimes to search through all these groups for the one that I want. So I can use this search bar up here to type in the name of the group or the class that I'm looking for, and it'll take me directly to that group. Once I'm on the group's home page, I can click Members on the left-hand side of the page, and I can find the student that I want to award a badge to. Let's look at Scrappy. He has earned the Woohoo badge, so that badge will already show up in his profile. But up here at the top right-hand side of his profile, I can award him a badge individually. Let's say, he's always, raising everybody's morale, making everybody happy. So I'm going to give him the class morale badge, award his badge, and now we can see both badges that he has. Scrappy can also log into his account, and he'll have a notice when he gets new badges, and he can kind of show those off to his friends. He can also show them off to Mom and Dad if Mom and Dad have joined using that group code. So we've covered creating your own badges, and we've covered assigning badges. Let's look at finding badges created by others. Joanna Jarakis, excuse me, has quite a few badges, and so I'm going to click on her name, and it brings up her profile, and we can see that she has her student badges right here. So to see her badges, I click on my student badges, and you can see that everyone that she has created and shared, there's this option over here to add to my student badges. This is a great badge. I love this one, the night owl, so you can see when students are on at night. I want to add this to my student badges because I've got 2 students who are constantly on Edmodo, and I want to award them for that. So I click on that badge, add that badge to my student badges. It comes up, I click add, and so now when I go to my profile and my student badges, that night owl is now in there, and I can now assign this to all of my students. So that is creating and assigning badges in Edmodo. This is a great feature. Please use it.